It is not a luxury, it is a necessity. If you walk along Deville Road Central, you will see it's in a very bad condition. The side streets are terrible, a lot of rubbish there, there are no seating areas, there's too much traffic, there's so much congestion, it's a mess.
邵在德係香港邵逸夫家族嘅代表人物，做過6年律師，亦都幫家族打理生意。但佢花得最多心機嘅事係環境議題。
After spending more than 10 years on the natural environment, I want to move now to a different environment, which is the urban environment. Public space, I think, in Hong Kong is very short. The second reason is that the public space that we have in Hong Kong is generally poorly managed and poorly designed. For example, a lot of the space managed by the LCSD is not as well managed as it could be. Part of the reason is because they don't have enough money to do it well. The second reason is that it's not designed nicely. So a lot of LCSD public space, there's too much concrete, there are too many barriers, outside furniture in terms of the benches, the sitting out areas, plantings is not very nicely designed when you compare it to public space in other parts of the world.
為咗改善環境，佢創辦過2個 NGOs， 仲曾經喺2016年將德輔道中變成行人專用區3個鐘。
That was an experiment. We closed 2 blocks of Deville Road Central for 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon, and we had 14,000 visitors. It was very successful with the public. We don't want to do the same thing again. We want to do something different and better.
點樣為之更加好？佢話想去得更盡，將3個鐘變成3個月。
Why 3 months? Because unless you do an extended trial period, you cannot measure the traffic impact. You cannot measure the public response. We're looking at the 2 blocks between Western Market and Hillier Street. And we want to create what we call the Sheung Wan Fiesta on these 2 blocks. So we will have outdoor food stalls, we will have outdoor activities, we'll have some cultural activities. We want to do a trial scheme of those 2 blocks for 3 months. Okay? Not 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon, but 3 months.
如果你覺得試驗3個月好長，其實外國有更誇張嘅例子。
Closed a section of Broadway, which is one of the main streets in New York City. And he fully pedestrianized that stretch for a trial period of 3 years. And at the end of the 3 years, that was last year, I think, they asked the public, do you want to make this permanent now? And the public strongly supported making it permanent, so it's permanent now.
咁好嘅理念，政府口講支持，不過講就易，做就。
Well, there are a lot of government departments that we have to convince. We have to convince the Central and Wan Chai District Council, the shopkeepers in the area, speak to the police, transport department. I think the Hong Kong government is changing, but the change is very slow. They even starting to talk about the benefits of pedestrianization. The former Director of Transport, Anthony Cheung, he actually is on record to say that their transport policy will focus much more on pedestrians in the future. The CE, Carrie Lam, has said the same thing. Saying something and really believing something is a big step.
為咗令公眾明白到更加多城市環境設計嘅理念，佢嚟緊會參加 KODW 活動，分享自己嘅諗法。
I think KODW is so important for Hong Kong because we have to do a much better job in Hong Kong in design of our cityscapes, of our public spaces, and for our street furniture.